awesome. Damn right their defense has been awesome. But what's that explosive team that they played? Alabama at the time wasn't all that great, and Alabama might now all be that great. We saw what they did. Oklahoma did to them. Georgia handled their business. Tennessee didn't score a point in the second half. They put together so many halves where they don't score a single point, put all the pressure on your defense, that as good as Tennessee is, you can't sit there and say, you know what, that offense scares me. Because it doesn't. And while we think of Josh Heupel, we think offense, and we know Nico Iamaleava is a bad mamma jamma, but he's still a baby. He's still a young buck. He's a redshirt freshman. I don't think they have the experience to go out there and win a natty. I can continue on with the SEC. They're probably going to get in 3. Those 3 teams I feel pretty damn good about. My question is a lot of people out there are saying that, hey, man, South Carolina's defensive front, man, they already got 3 losses. We'll see where they fall. But I'm not, please don't even try to tell me South Carolina's a complete football team. Ole Miss. You tell me this Ole Miss team they spent $20 million on this football team. They did beat Georgia. They handled Arkansas. They smacked South Carolina. If you told me they were going to do all that and not have at least been like just one loss, I'd have told you were crazy. But yeah, they fell at home as a 17-point favorite to Kentucky.
That's what Jake Crane was saying on with you yesterday.
Dude, and also think about it. Yeah, they went and handled South Carolina. They did their business. But, man, they went down to Florida. And Jackson Dart, in the biggest moment, he disappeared. And as much as I like him standing and taking the podium and saying it's his fault and that he's sorry, it was heart-wrenching to watch this poor kid have to answer these questions and apologize.
He did it.
But for Ole Miss and those teammates, my man on first down and 10 in the biggest drive of the season throws into triple coverage to a wide receiver who can't catch a damn football in Juice Wells. Lane Kiffin can't get a 4th down and 1 because Ulysses Bentley had the same amount of carries as me because you keep giving it to J.J. Begees. Why did J.J. have 6 carries and Bentley 0? Like, if you're 4th and 1, the only thing you're going to do is hand it to a big fat guy, it's not going to work. I mean, damn. So, I'm sorry, Ole Miss, you're not the creme de la creme. Alabama, please.
Alabama, please. What about Roll Tide Willie? You know him? I found out about him yesterday.
No, I don't know about Roll Tide Willie.
I'll show you. Roll Tide Willie, I found out about him yesterday.
But, I mean, you look at this Alabama football team, they are completely flawed. They scored 3 freaking points. 3 against Oklahoma. 3. Against a good defense like Tennessee, they mustered 17. Don't forget, this is Alabama who lost to Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and Oklahoma this year. Their big wins in the SEC, of course, is Georgia. After that, their big win in the Southeastern Conference, LSU. They handled their business, Death Valley. But this is obviously an LSU team that is reeling. So who in the SEC do you believe actually is going to go out there and get that natty?
No one that let you tell it. Whew. Tough on them this morning, John.
Because, again, I thought that they were one of the, I went through last week how, if Texas finishes 7-1 and you have 5 teams at 6-2, who's getting in? I went to the whole thing where if you have 6 teams at 6-2, who gets in? I did all the math. I thought the SEC was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then I watched Ole Miss just wet the bed, and Texas A&M just against Auburn, like, you get down 21-0, you realize that everything was in front of you. Very flawed football team with a freshman quarterback who can look great at sometimes and then throws turnovers in the red zone or misses wide open throws by going high. I mean, for like Tennessee, as great as Nico Iamaleava is, he's young. T. Martin ain't walking through that door.
Come on, T. There you go.
Peyton Manning ain't walking through that door. Shoot, right now I think they take a Clausen.
You think so?
I mean, right now.
Not Jimmy. I forgot about my man Jimmy, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't see that complete team in the SEC this year that is just a dominant runaway train like the Alabamas, like the LSU
of
National
yesteryear.
Championship, like the Georgia's back-to-back championship teams. Like those teams rolled you, and you knew they didn't have a weakness.
I got a question for you. Can someone make an adjustment to change your opinion? Speaking of one Texas, what if Sark saw what you saw and said, you know what, you're out the rest of the year. Insert Arch.
Man,
does
not
that
enough time to
change?
turn it. Like I said this, I don't know if you heard this. So I said this at the very beginning of the year when Texas and Georgia played. I saw how Quinn Ewers crumbled under the pressure, and I said, you know what? He's too small and frail. If he doesn't have a perfect pocket, he's not. He doesn't play clean, and he doesn't have any legs. Arch is one of the best running quarterbacks in football. Again, he topped out at 21 miles per hour, according to StatCast. That's rolling. He's also bigger, and yes, he can throw the football.
But changing
If you changed him at Georgia and he's been getting the reps and the starting and been in the fire, would I think that this Texas team's potential at the end of the season to win a national championship would have been exponentially greater?
Yeah.
Abso-damn-lutely, but you waited too long, Sark, because, again, you were loyal to the old man.
Yeah.
And Quinn Ewers, again, though, Quinn Ewers is a good college quarterback. He's nothing special.
So changing doesn't change your mind.
Not right now.
Gotcha.
And so, like right now, when I look at the SEC, again, if the three best hopes are Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, I don't know how hopeful I am that the SEC is going to win the Natty. Because I don't know if you paid attention, Ohio State's got athletes all over the damn field. Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson are two running backs that will just bludgeon you. Will Howard can do it with his legs. Ohio State's defense is freaking filthy. And the only loss they have on the season is a 32-31 loss at Oregon. And let me remind you of that. That was the Dan Lanning jet egg mind trick that was so devastating that prevented Ohio State from kicking the field goal to win the game because my man went Darth Vader playing chess and over checkers and put 12 people on the field on purpose. On purpose.
Rule change.
To run the clock. Force them to run the clock. And then they had to snap the ball, throw it. No more. My little man ran up the middle, tried to get down in time, didn't get down, and Oregon wins a 1-point game. And then if you look at Oregon on the other side now, while they I believe in this because I believe the Big Ten is not even close to being as deep as the Southeastern Conference is. I also look at Oregon, and right now, in my opinion, their best win, of course, has got to be Ohio State. But their second best win is a 3-point win, which they should have lost to Boise State in week number 2. Ashton Jeanty went absolutely ham. That game was crazier than – that thing was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You got to remember, this thing was 34-34. Boise State had the ball, getting themselves in field goal range to win it, and they turned the ball over. Oregon grabs it, goes like 61 yards, kicks the field goal, wins the game. It was a hell of a football game. But Oregon Oregon Ducks, Dan Lanning, and trust me, Dylan Gabriel. If we want to talk about the SEC, what they're lacking is they got it in Dylan Gabriel. My man's been playing football as long as anybody else. He reminds me of Bo Nix. My man started at Central Florida, went over down to freaking Oklahoma, and now out here at Oregon, he's already thrown for 3,066 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions.
Numbers there, man.
He's a machine, completing 74% of his passes on the season. You realize that, okay, 73.8, sorry. But almost 74% of his passes. That dude's almost hitting 3 out of every 4. That is going to carve you up. So I look at Oregon, I look at Ohio State, and I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Say it.
It almost makes me want to vomit.
Don't.
Boise State and Notre Dame are the other two teams that I feel like might be the top 4 teams in the country because Notre Dame is just bludgeoning people right now.
Bad loss early in the season is forgiven. What was that against LIU?
Man, I still don't even know what happened. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I am in complete shock. Notre Dame, after beating Texas A&M in week 1, lost to Northern Illinois at home 16-14. In what I still don't understand how that even happened.
24-point favorites.
And again, let's also look at Notre Dame. What scares me about them is like, where's their great victory? Is their best win this year Texas A&M or Louisville? I mean, they beat Navy when they were in the top 25, but Navy ain't all that great. They bludgeoned them. You saw what they did to Army last week. That was just sad.
You clearly have no favorites, so it seems like everybody's on an even platform for you, though.
No, I feel like Oregon, Ohio State are the step
studs.
above.
They're the studs. Okay.
What I'm saying is like the SEC is deeper, but top heavy. Big Ten's got the 2 biggest tops. Like if they were in a wet T-shirt contest, they win in the Big Ten.
Like Big Ten, yeah.
Because they have the 10. The SEC has a bunch of 8s.
Does Oregon have the best win of any team all year with that Ohio State win? Is that the best win for any team?
Yes, but it's also not a bad loss for Ohio State. That's the
works well for both of them.
The craziest thing is we're going to see these 2 teams play each other in 2 weeks. And that's where pretty much whoever wins that bad boy, I think, is going to be the best team in the country. I mean, Riley Leonard for Notre Dame is starting to – I trust him at quarterback more than I do a lot of the SEC quarterbacks. I don't think he's anything special, but he can do it with his legs. And he's just got – I don't know. I mean, he's just big, dude. He's just a big dude. I mean, it's crazy.
You got your rankings later on for us?
Man, I do. Also got the NFL power rankings that I'm going to give you today. Who are the top 5 teams? We'll also talk about how everything is cyclical.
Hopefully you're putting some respect on my boy Lamar's name, man. Y'all forgot about him over 2 weeks.
I'm putting some on King Henry's name, that's for sure. And Saquon Barkley's name, that's for sure.
Saquon for MVP, how about that?
Man. Couple running backs. Again, that's the thing I was going to say. Everything goes up. Whatever goes up, it goes down. Like life is up and down and up and down. You know, it changes. It was all wide receivers and quarterbacks. Right now, look at the best running backs. Look at the best teams in football.
And they're approaching 30, if not already 30. Buck in the system.
Man, we've been talking all kinds of college football playoff committee. It goes tonight. Don't forget, in about 3 minutes, Terry Davis is going to join us because we got to talk about them Tigers who beat UConn yesterday in overtime. And a little bit of Grizzlies. Ja's back. He was flying through FedEx Forum last night. Grizzlies got a big dub. So it's time to talk hoops with Terry Davis on the other side. Don't you dare touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 95 FM.
And Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Generators is here to make this season extra cozy and cheerful. For the first 50 customers who purchase a new Carrier system, tankless water heater, or a whole home generator, we have a special gift for you. Choose from a $500 gift card or 60 months no interest financing. And don't forget about Choate's Refer a Friend referral program, where you can earn up to $500. Simply refer a friend to use our services, and if they become a customer, you could earn up to a $500 Visa gift card. But hurry, this festive offer will only last through December 20th. Visit ChoatesHVAC.com or call 347-8086 to schedule your free estimate today. And turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family this holiday season.
Hungry for that delicious smash burger flavor? Dyer's Cafe is
Come out for their lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Ask about their world-famous split dog and authentic Chicago or New York dog. Try the leaner side of Dyers with a grilled chicken sandwich or freshly made salad. Also serving Lakes Delta-raised catfish, Pasquale's tamales, and a customer favorite hand-breaded onion ring. Dyers, serving world-famous burgers, dogs, and shakes in Carterville's historic town square.
What gift are you going to get that person that's impossible to shop for? Give the gift of sound. JLab has the perfect gift for anyone with a variety of styles, sizes, and colors. And they have products for under $100, under $50, and even under $25. I love that. Save up to 60% on select JLab products this holiday season on JLab.com. Look for the JLab blue box at retailers everywhere or visit JLab.com today.
You want it? We got it at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. The year-end sales event is going strong, and now it's your time to buy. Save big on 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, $32,250 or $269 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $17,910 or $279 a month. Or 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. We got it at $28,050 or $399 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. The year-end sales event is going strong, so hurry to Gossett Mitsubishi today and end your year with big savings at 1870 Covington Pike and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
RZO 67244, MSRP 42750, Mirage RHO 15713, MSRP 18410, Outlander RUO 20512, MSRP 29550, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax file and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I'm going to tell you this, Darian. I don't know if you noticed today. I've been like kind of rubbing on my left side, and I'm really, really sore.
It's because you're top heavy.
That's because, man, if you could have seen how up and down and swinging and screaming and what I was doing to the television the other day, man, my body is sore from watching that Tiger basketball game.
Exactly like my man Roll Tide Will.
Talking about an emotional roller coaster. If anybody saw me yesterday, they would have thought 100% that I was like certifiably nuts. Completely nuts. Screaming at the television. I can't believe the police weren't called. Thank goodness that I live by. I only have one neighbor. On the other side is a business. They don't mess with me.
You're committing misdemeanors in the house.
Man, I was like, you would have thought it like somebody was, it was bad.
Felonious acts in the house.
Man, but it freaked me out. It was a whole lot of fun, and all you got to do is say Tigers got a huge win beating UConn. Penny says the biggest win of his coaching career at the University of Memphis. It was a definitely huge win. You had my man Hunter come out there, start the second half, go like 17 off, hit 4 or 5 trays. He was balling. My man Colby Rogers, the country singer Colby Rogers. And Mr. P.J. Carter, they scored every point in the damn overtime, balling. P.J. fouled out with 24 seconds left in regulation. They get it to overtime by hitting that big 3. I'm freaking out, and I'm screaming, why don't we foul people up 3 with like 5 seconds?
They gave you Mario Chalmers flashbacks?
They gave me flashbacks,
It
man.
did too.
Like, I know what. Look, listen. Again, I'm not trying to say anything like my service had anything to do with like some like. I just know what PTSD is now, because all I kept thinking about was, oh my God, why? We're gonna lose in overtime. No, man, we didn't lose. You know who lost his cool? It was Dan Hurley and UConn. And Memphis got a huge dub, and we are so lucky because Terry Davis is joining us now. TD, what is up?
Like, what did I say yesterday? Take Memphis
65-60.
Did I say they
that
were
was a high-scoring game. You did say they were going to cover.
Yeah, and I've never seen them score that many. That's the most points they scored this year. I was shocked and flabbergasted. And you know what that felt like? That felt like the middle of March.
No, that dude.
That felt like a tournament game.
Year, this part of the year is the closest. Like this week is the closest feel to a little March Madness that you have when it comes to college basketball. Tournaments mean a lot, but not nearly as much. The regular season is kind of important. But like during, like, like this week, right up until Thanksgiving, all the crazy, amazing matches that you have. I mean, hell, Auburn and Iowa State last night was out of control. Like, this is like tournament basketball.
Oh, I know. It's fun, man. And, when I was younger, I didn't understand why Memphis used to always play late in the Hawaii game, because when you lose that first game, you get relegated to the night game, to those late night 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock games like Auburn played last night. But, we don't have to worry about that because, they come on again in less than 4 hours, 5 hours.
It's wild. Going back though to last night, I gotta bring something up before I start praising Memphis. Dan Hurley is a stud and a hell of a coach. I'm not saying that he's not, but man, like, you have to know you can't completely lose your mind. Again, I know he was saying that he, like, after the ball game, he basically even said the Liam McNeely over the back. He said at the podium, he said that was a joke. I watched it. There was a player on Memphis that made a half-ass effort to rebound the basketball. Neelan McNeely high-pointed that rebound. For you to call that these refs are a complete joke. He's still going at it. I know he's a hothead, and that's kind of how he has to be. But, man, there's 4 free throws that Memphis, like, thank you so much, Dan, for losing your mind. And everybody always talks about how, players have got to be held accountable. Damn, I'm trying. I know he's a 2-time defending Natty champ. But if you went all the way out to Maui to watch your team, are you a little pissed today?
Yeah, but you know what? You're really not pissed at him because he's been doing this for 7 years, as long as he's been on the sidelines in Connecticut. So you expect it. You get numb to the fact that he does it, and he does it on a regular basis.
He does it on a regular basis, but with 40 seconds left in a tied basketball game, and you give the team 4 free throws, that's just basically giving the other team a dub.
No, it was only 2 free throws.
Well, you got 2 extras. Like those Memphis 4 free throws, that ended the game, man.
But the other one came on the foul.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
So it's a tie ball game. There's one thing going down there with 40 seconds. Memphis shooting 2 free throws.
Right.
And then them shooting 4, making all 4. Now it's a 2-score game, ball game. Booyah
right.
to ya, Jim. How you like me now?
Yeah, but also too, he's mad at that foul, but there were some other fouls, like when one Tiger player grabbed the ball and McNeely swung the ball and they called a foul on the swat. That should have been a jump ball. And also, let's also not forget the fact when they bailed Connecticut out on that double technical foul at the end when Musa got shoved down and they called.
Yep.
Right, they bailed Connecticut out on
danger.
Right, because Danger went over there and just
barely touched the dude.
Right, and they called a technical foul on him for that. So just not look at that one way. It was bad calls on both sides that benefited both teams. So you just can't look at one penalty and look at that because they had called that foul on Musa and the guy fouled out. Then Musa go to the line, that put him back at the line. So there's a whole bunch of fouls that went against both teams. So don't just look at one foul.
Yeah,
my brother.
That's true. You know how everything's heightened though them last 40 seconds, and trust me, when it's in overtime, especially. I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, I can't believe how dumb he is." I'm sitting there going, "Yes, make these free throws." And when we both made all 4, I was celebrating, man. I was like, "We got this bad boy." But going back to the basketball game, what you saw from Penny and them boys. The way they came out in the first half and were ready to fight, and they fought throughout the whole game. Tyrese Hunter's onions, PJ Haggerty's doing his thing, Danger's nasty. Kobe Rogers and PJ Carter took over the overtime. Damn, I know we talk about a little bit of lack of depth, but it seems like every time the 5 dudes that Penny puts out on that court right now, they're 5 dogs.
And you know what? The 2 biggest dogs is Hunter and Haggerty. And Haggerty didn't have a great game. He had a good game, but he didn't have a great game because their game plan was to try to take Haggerty out, and they didn't expect P.J. Carter to come in and do what he did, or they didn't expect Hunter to do what he did. That was a great display of everybody doing their role. And Danger, I thought it was just one game, but he has a really good post presence, and he's not afraid. Because, they let him.
He ain't afraid of anybody. He's
right.
down. He's ready to bang. Bring it on.
Exactly. And Nick Jourdain, I love him the best, but he got to learn how to defend
without fouling. Yeah,
he has got to learn how to defend without fouling because, like I said, they're not that deep. But and after the win, man, everybody in Memphis was talking about that game. If you're a sports fan in Memphis, everybody was talking about that game.
Oh, I mean, everybody was talking about it. It's still it's still hard for me to believe. And this is another thing. You know, we haven't had a Penny team that has absolutely been able to rain from three. Is this
That's
legit?
not true.
Oh, I mean,
that's not true.
Okay, who was the one that we were just raining from downtown and you felt great about?
Lester.
Oh my God! Going back, pull your shorts up and stick them in your underwear farther, man. I couldn't
Tyler
watch
was
that
on
anymore.
that team too. Tyler was on that team too.
So did they make? Did you ever see him knock down 12 or 22?
Yes, they did. Because you go back and look at the numbers, man. I know we have recency bias, but we had to go back. Tyler and Lester, they could stroke it from the three on a regular basis. They were really good.
Dude, Hunter went 7 for 10 yesterday.
Yes, that
balling.
was incredible. That was a turn. If this had been done in a tournament, he'd be legendary for life. But it's a regular season game, and he's going to be. And this is against the number 2 team, and I disagree with Penny. This is not his biggest win. Do you think it's the biggest win?
Well, right now, I'm a prisoner of the moment, so damn right
I know you are. Let me remind you, number 1 Houston when Memphis beat them and went on to the tournament. And what about the tournament win in the first round of the tournament?
Yeah, beating a little sister of the poor, please.
Is it a tournament win?
It's a tournament win.
What about Memphis winning the conference tournament to go to the tournament for the first time and God's no win?
I still like this one better.
Really? Over Houston?
The Houston one was the biggest win. You're right. The Houston. I think the Houston was the biggest.
What about going up to Tennessee and beating Tennessee 46-42?
No, that was a rock fight.
That was an ugly. But it was a good win, though. But I will put this in the top 5, but up for Penny era. But it's not the best one because of what it meant.
Now, last year the team started off like gangbusters.
Forget that. Forget what happened last year. This is a different team than last year. If the same people had been back and coming back and doing that, I would equate that to that. But since this is 2 totally different teams, there's only one person from that team who's playing that's on this team. So don't equate that. You need to like the Grizzlies season for last year when all the guys were injured and now they're 11-7. You need to flush it and move on. You know how you hit that reset button?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the Men in Black had that little black laser in front of your face?
Mm-hmm.
Just erase it and move on. Don't make any reference to how they did finish last year. Because if and when they beat Michigan State today, and Jaren Jackson Jr., he's a Michigan State alumnus, he is all Sparta today. And we are today, we anti-Jaren Jackson Day if you're a Memphis Tiger fan. Just for today, all right?
I'm down with that because he can't be pulling for Izzo.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Let him be Sparty for a day, and we can not like Jaren Jackson for a day, and we can cheer. And when Memphis beat him on Tuesday, we can do what?
We can go back to liking him.
Yes.
All right, fair deal. Now, also, now speaking about this team, PJ Haggerty, one thing that he does, even though you said he didn't have a great game, 5 for 14 from the field, my man shot 14 free throws. He didn't. My man he gets to the line more than anybody. I mean, this guy is a foul drawing fool.
But that's what he does. That's
I know.
His game. That's his game. See, when I talked to Hubert Davis said, I asked him about PJ Haggerty in the exhibition games, and he said, no, that's what this guy does. He draws he go to the contact, and he attacks the basket, and he makes his free throw. So what they tried to do yesterday, they tried to double him and take him out of the game. That's what made it so well for the other guys to come up because they were doubling him and leaving the other guys open, and that's why they did what they did.
They did what they did. I can tell you, man. Did you think P.J. Carter had that dog in him?
I did not. I thought we only had 2 dogs on the team. We got 3.
Shoot, maybe 4. Colby Rogers in that second half, in that overtime, was absolutely onions as well.
Exactly. And, and these guys, because we was talking about, P.J. Carter, he hadn't done anything. Oh, when would he score? He only played 5 minutes, 12 minutes. But when the lights got bright, he showed up, and that's what counts.
Hit all those big free throws, bro.
Yeah.
Just onions.
And then when P.J. Haggerty, this guy is like clutch from the free throw line. When he missed 2 free throws during the game, I said, this is not good. And then when he fouled out, I said, this is not
I know
good.
that's what I said. I said, damn.
Because not one is he's the leader of the team, and everyone knows he's the leader of the team. He's your primary ball handler. He does not, crush under the pressure of a press, and he goes out and does what he did. One thing I don't think Penny did, and I know I probably did because it's not a foul trouble. He did not put pressure on Connecticut like he normally does. So he just let them do what they do. But that's the only thing I can criticize Penny on, for not pressing him. But he probably didn't.
I was going to say danger in there with 4 fouls. You had my man Jourdain and Haggerty foul out, and this is a team that, remember, only goes 8 deep. So you knock out 2 dudes. That's 6 dudes you running with.
And you know what, man? They were calling a lot of fouls early in the game, and it just pounded up. And once again, Memphis scored 50 points in the second half against a really good team. This team is they're raising people's expectations early.
No joke, bro. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, I think everybody's going crazy right now. I know everybody's got the fever. I got the damn fever for a little bit of Memphis Tiger basketball. Now, kind of curious.
Yeah.
That was an emotional win. You could see it on the guys' faces. You could see it on Penny's. What do they have to do? Because Michigan State handled Colorado it was first half was kind of an interesting basketball game.
Points did they score? How many points did they score?
Man, I can't believe 70.
Yes.
I can't remember.
Memphis has scored over 70 points. Even if Memphis have a bad first half, what have they done in the past against North Carolina, against Alabama, against Connecticut? They always come back with a better second half. Because as well as Memphis played in the first half, I think they only scored like 40 points. How many points did they score in the second half?
42 in regulation.
42 in regulation.
17 in overtime, I believe.
Right. So they scored over 50 points in the second half again. So even if they come out with a bad half against Michigan State, which I don't think they will, because Michigan State is more of a pounding, so this is going to be more of a danger, a Musa game. But Memphis guards are going to dominate them. If Memphis guards go and put the pressure on them, probably not in the first half, but in the second half, and turn them over, I see Memphis going to the final for the first time in the Maui Classic.
Shoot, I believe it. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, that Colorado team that they played definitely did not impress me last night. In fact, I mean, Michigan State, there was probably like 6 minutes left in the first half, in which was a somewhat maybe 8 minutes left. And it was kind of, really tight, right? Like through that first 10 minutes of the basketball game, Colorado was, playing really good defense, was hitting their shots and all that stuff. And then after that, it was basically like Michigan State just coasted because Colorado couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Johnny, what I know everyone tried to equate that ending of that game to the 2008 championship run. You remember that?
Absolutely, yeah. When they didn't foul, you talking about last night? You talking about the Tigers? Yeah, when they didn't foul and that solo dude hit that 3-pointer, I had Mario Chalmers PTSD, bro.
Do you know who Memphis played on their way to the Final Four?
Michigan State.
And you know how bad Memphis beat
the brakes off of them.
And UCLA too, right, Terry D?
What?
UCLA too, right?
Yeah, but we're just doing the 2008 comparison now. The last night game was a resemblance of the Mario Chalmers game, and tonight's game should be a resemblance of the Michigan State 2008 game. So this tournament has an 2008 feeling all over it.
Yeah, it does. It really, really does. Damn.
And hopefully we can get North Carolina in the finals, which I don't believe they. I went to bed last night. They were down like 15 points. I woke up in the morning and saw they won.
You talking about Auburn? How they came back?
No, North Carolina.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that North Carolina was ever trailing. I just know North Carolina, they're playing Auburn today.
They getting served at halftime.
For
it
real?
was midnight. I had to go to bed. Yeah, they were getting served at halftime. Dayton was serving them at the halftime.
Man, did you watch any of that Auburn-Iowa State game?
Yeah, I watched the end of it because I was at the Grizz game, so I watched the end of that game. And that was really – I was shocked that Auburn came back and got
Auburn was down at one point by 18 points.
Yes.
18 points.
And this is the same team that had 2 players fighting on the plane.
On the plane. Dude, they were down at 16 at half.
Yes.
I mean, and then all of a sudden Auburn stormed back, and then they get that, that little 2-point tip. And let me just tell you something, man. Bruce Pearl, 2 top 5 wins, already in the season in 5 games. Auburn is looking filthy, bro.
Yeah, they're good. And like I said, this is the best case scenario for Memphis. Just say they go and lose both of these next 2 games. That means they have 3 quad 1 games, and their resume could be really well. And if they do come out 3-0 or 4-0 on this road trip, they should be no less than a top 10 pick next Monday.
I mean, damn, you get through Michigan State today and you play in the championship game against Auburn or North Carolina.
Yes.
And either one of those, you play really good. Hell, you get that dub, you better be up there. Especially if you played Auburn, who's got 2 top. Like, they've beaten Houston and Iowa State already this season.
Yeah.
Both, by the way, on the
Go ahead.
road. They weren't at home. So, like, Auburn has 2 huge wins out of house.
Yes.
And then if you dropped Auburn, my gosh, Tiger on Tiger crime, and you dropped them, man, I think we'd be the best damn Thanksgiving ever.
It'd be the best Thanksgiving, and then you come back around and you finish out the month playing Mississippi State in Mississippi in the FedEx Forum. Man, the sky's the limit with this team.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. You got me drinking the Kool-Aid. And the other thing about it is also, remember UAB was supposed to be good this year.
Man, you know what?
They were preseason picked by everybody and their grandmother to be the best team in the American, and they might be the worst team.
That's how it goes. But you know what? Only thing I'm worried about is my own backyard. I just want to make sure that everyone's healthy, and we get to March and April healthy, and then maybe we all can get to the Final Four for the first time since 2008.
Man, I'm like that dude making sure that everybody's keeping their yard clean, but nobody's yard's better than mine, so I'm yard of the month, baby. That's how I'm looking at this Tigers in the American Conference. I'm watching everybody else. What you doing? Before I let you go, because we've been talking forever about this Memphis basketball team, 5 o'clock again, they play Michigan State. Right now, the line is is it still -1.5, TD?
Man, I don't gamble. You know I don't know.
Oh, Darian, I'm so sorry. Why did I even say anything like that to you?
It's coming up in a sec. Give me 1 sec.
But my thing is, don't worry about the line. It's crazy how Memphis was a 10.5 point underdog against Connecticut. And now it's only a 1.5, which is basically a pick 'em game.
It is a pick 'em game. I think Memphis is going to pick them damn apart. Guards.
Right.
Man,
you know what?
Nasty.
If Memphis win this game today, this city's going to go crazy.
I'm telling you right now, also, I like the way this team is, I think, one of their best defensive
State's
teams,
favorite,
period.
1.5.
State is still
State's
1.5 point
favorite,
favorite.
1.5. Yep.
Man, Memphis on
Vegas
the
ain't
money
stupid.
line,
They know
baby.
what hey, before you let me go, Johnny, man, I know a lot of people's on Memphis, but Ja had the dunk of the year. He said he's not dunking no more.
He
If
took
you missed
flight. That was his first dunk of the year, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it was. And he had 2 spectacular passes, one to Brendan behind the back, and one to Jaron was a world-class alley-oop. Man, it was almost like Memphis being on basketball heaven for one day. It was just great.
Grizzlies
Ja
now
returned.
winners 3 in a row.
Yeah, 1 of 3 in a row, and Memphis wins. So you can't get better than that, man. So it's been a great day for Memphis basketball. Yesterday, it's been going to be a great week for Memphis basketball. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, what about Thanksgiving? Did you know Memphis plays on Thanksgiving against
That's
Tulane?
football, man. We just going to worry about the basketball. We're going to keep it on the high and low and positive. And hopefully, Ryan Silverfield don't interview for that North Carolina job.
Dude, that's like a double-edged sword, man. You got a lot of people out there, I'm sure, on the text line, Sissy Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255. Life's too short for ordinary jewelry, who are also, like, as much as they like winning 10 games a year, they're still agitated that they haven't won this American Conference and played in the championship game not a once under Mr. Silverfield.
If North Carolina wants that buyout, go right
Go
ahead.
right ahead,
Go
baby.
right ahead.
Yeah. If you got any friends in North Carolina, make sure y'all contact our athletic director.
We'll put you in touch with Mr. Ed Scott. Terry, man, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, one other thing I wanted to ask you real quick. Because you're a big Steelers fan.
Yep.
Dude, what was that, man? What happened, man? You still believe in Russell?
Baby, when you get to a conference game, anything can go down. But Mr. Joe Burrow is going down this weekend, and Cincinnati's going down, and Pittsburgh be 8-3 after this week. So, and they're still in first place. So what's the
No,
deal?
they're
What's the
8-3
problem?
now. They'd be 9-3, which is huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
8-3 now. We just trying to get to the playoff healthy, man. That's all we trying to do.
Man. Well, I'll be talking a little NFL. If you're not too busy, give us a listen. Terry, thank you so much for your time. If you don't know, he'll be back on tomorrow because Memphis has a big game tonight and hopefully even a bigger one tomorrow. Be blessed, TD.
See you.
That's my homie. Follow him at TerryD515 on the Twitter. I'm so late for a break. We're back in 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time. Free gun rentals with purchase of ammo and members lounge access. Top Gun 2770 Witten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis. Fall is football at the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland, Town Square. Monday through Friday is happy hour from 3 to 6 with $1 off all draft meals, $5 off well drinks, $4.50 for house wine, and half off pretzel bites, mozzarella sticks, queso, corn dogs, and pickles. Then do Friday night lights from 7 to closing. Dine in and buy 12 wings and get 5 regular wings for free. Come watch college football and every pro game on the weekend. All at the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland, Town Square. Highway 70, fall is football.
Indulge yourself or your loved ones this season with a trip to Sissy's Log Cabin during Sales Tax Paid Weekend, November 29th through December 2nd. Shop in store to save on our expansive selection of designer brands, one-of-a-kind jewelry, and spectacular statement pieces, all while enjoying the Sissy's promise of unmatched quality, service, and brilliant natural diamonds. Stop by any location to find your trusted jeweler for holiday memories that will last a lifetime. Only at Sissy's Log Cabin.
All 650 acquisition fee, K4LXS, SEO 29100, MSRP 24230, Telluride RG 529 196, MSRP 41730, K5 S53 230 133, MSRP 28330. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 12/2/24.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's time to get ready for a season of new traditions at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Randy, my new tradition is saving my customers big bucks. I've got a 2025 Kia K4 LXS at $199 a month. That's less than $7 a day for a new ride. A 2024 K5 now $269 a month. Both $34.99 due at signing and a 24-month lease. And a 2025 Telluride, that spacious 8-seater SUV with high towing capacity and all-terrain tires, $348 per month. $39.99 due at signing.
Plus all new EV9, 0% for 72 months. And every Kia comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little 2 for 2. A little two-step in Tuesday. Shoot, pull that down a little bit. A little loud on me over there, D. I'm so excited about what we got going on with Memphis. They play
Just
Michigan
can't
State.
hide it.
I am so excited, and I'm not trying to put this out in the universe because I promise you I'm not putting out anything bad. Don't call me a hexer. What I'm saying is this team I feel like is going to win the American. Damn it, is going to happen. I feel like this team can make a hell of a run. I love the way they play defense. I love the way they care about each other. I love Dane Danger down low. Moussa Cisse grabbing rebounds. But what scares me more than anything,
lay it on us.
Man, they are thin. This is one, like, if something happened to Dane Danger, this team is sunk. Like, it would be go. Like, now, yes, you losing a PJ or Tyrese Hunter would hurt, but at least you still got more guards to come in. You lose Musa or Danger, you got one dude left.
You be putting Jordan at center then.
Man. So what I'm saying is everybody, whatever you do, be good. Light some candles, do some dances. Make sure this team stays healthy. If you see them boys walking around town, don't run up and high-five them or even fist bump them. We don't even need a hangnail. You got me?
You bubble wrapping my guys?
Bubble wrap them junts. Wrap them in bubble wrap. Because when they do get on the court like Danger and Musa, they balling. This team is tough as nails. 5-0. Got Michigan State on the slate at 5 o'clock today. One little side note from the text, Sports 56. Sissy Luck, I've been texting listener line. Life's too short for ordinary jewelry. Somebody just texted, please, Carolina, come get our coach. Of course, talking about Ryan Silverfield after we were just talking with Terry Davis. NFL, Hardenwood, and Betts on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Licensing costs, registration fees, taxes, and dealer doc fee of $899.50, which are to be paid by the consumer. Silverado RG 355,553, MSRP 57,330, dealer discount 4,002. Sierra RZ 325,360, MSRP 54,330, dealer discount 4,000, expires 12/2/24.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises. Just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and clean quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it. Because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, vegan and gluten-free options available, convenience, and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com. So whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway and Park Place Center, Poplar Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli is wholesome food and no surprises.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stopped, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
You look amazing. What have you been doing?
You've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can help provide you with semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text SOLVE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie to see if you're eligible. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text SOLVE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text SOLVE to 200-300. SOLVE to 200-300.
Designer settings. Imagine
Floors and More invite you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Little Rock, Cleveland, Mississippi, and now open in Horn Lake at 2356 West Goodman Road. Specializing in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds, Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
Ole Miss
Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show. Right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Memphis's original sports station. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
That was one of those things, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a two-stepping Tuesday. And I'm stoked, by the way, that it's a two-stepping Tuesday. Because, man, we got Tigers, Michigan State, 5 o'clock. Fired up about watching Penny drop Izzo. Man, I'll be so excited. Could you imagine if, I don't care if it's Auburn or North Carolina, but for some reason, I would love to play Bruce Pearl's group.
Man,
Broom dude's scary.
That coaching tree, if Penn, shout out to Brasky and calling them Uncle
T-Money.
T-Money, calling them Penn. You take down Hurley, Izzo, and
Bruce Pearl.
Man, that's some basketball royalty there.
Oh yeah, that's the Macho Man.
Come on with it, Macho Johnny.
Yeah, members be getting fired up. By the way, check out my lighter. I guess this is why I got the Macho Man on. Oh, that's my pen. Whoops. Damn it, I left it. So yes, a good buddy of mine gave me a Macho Man Randy Savage lighter.
Did it have Queen Elizabeth on the lighter as
Man,
well? Was it the one where
dude,
she's
it's
on the shoulder?
all Macho Man.
Come on, man. Can't do Macho without putting Queen Elizabeth
Miss
on the shoulder.
Elizabeth, I love you. Man, when I was a young kid, man, Miss Elizabeth.
And you're not even saying it right. You're showing your age. She's Queen Elizabeth.
I thought it was Miss Elizabeth.
It was Miss Elizabeth, but you recall she won some or did something, and she was Queen Elizabeth.
I forgot about that. I just remember.
Yeah, I used to love some Macho Man, dude. Like, that was my guy. One of my guys.
Well, speaking of macho men, we're going to talk a little NFL during this segment because they are the Gladiators. They are the Warriors. And, man, we had a hell of a game last night. The Harbaugh Bowl was crazy.
Stop betting against Lamar on Monday night, people.
Yeah, don't mess with Lamar. And don't mess with Derrick Henry, man. 24 carries, 140 yards. What up, dude? It's amazing what happens when you run the football with King. And just also, we're about to do our NFL power rankings. If you just look at the National Football League, and I'm going to just basically give away a little bit of my rankings. But if you look at, I'd say, the best teams in the National Football League, what do they have in common?
They're not San Francisco or Dallas.
No, they have a maniac at the tailback position. Derrick Henry for Baltimore is a maniac. Lamar Jackson's a maniac. Look over at Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley's a monster, and Jalen Hurts is a damn, he's so damn strong. Dude squats 680 pounds. Plays quarterback.
It's the glutes.
A.J. Brown, Slim Reaper. They're filthy, but what's in common? A damn good running back.
Detroit 2 times.
What about that? Man, how'd you already know I was going there, man? You got Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery in the best offensive line in football. I mean, it's kind of like, listen, everybody always thinks about some of the greatest teams and the ones that really threw the ball throughout the air. Well, I would like to remind you the greatest show on turf had this guy named Marshall Faulk. I mean, damn, Marshall Faulk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look. Big time running backs are always crucial. Always.
So that leaves Kansas City hanging in the balance, right? Because they do not have that.
They need to get Isaiah Pachenko healthy.
Kareem Hunt's been pretty good though.
Man, I mean,
Coming, because he did start the year.
Again, listen, a mid will get you high, right?
Correct.
But it ain't like the White Widow.
Nah.
Ain't getting rid of all your pain.
A little moon rock action,
Man, little THCA moon rocks.
But he's been decent for him. He stepped in pretty well.
He's done a yeoman's job. Like, good job. Glad you're like working out.
Just pat him on.
Hey, man, listen, let me just tell you something. Kansas City has not beat a team by more than 10 points, except for once all season long. When
Thank
you beat
you.
the Carolina Panthers by 3, when every single game you're winning is a one-possession game, yes, are you a good football team? Are you a great football team? Yes, they're the two-time defending champs, but I don't know right now.
And can you win having a negative turnover differential?
No
Did
kidding.
you know that?
Yes. I don't know. It's
They're
crazy.
gonna get caught slipping, dude. I just ugh.
And you slip, and then you slip until you slipping.
I'm your resident Chiefs hater if you don't know, people. I lost 2 Super Bowls to them.
By the way, if you do love sports the way we do, which right now you're like mainlining sports, every once in a while you got to take it out and go and eat. Or you can do both at the same time, because I love sports. If you love sports and you love good Mexican food, get the best of both worlds at Los Cabos Mexican Bar and Grill on Summer near Graham. They got all the big games on. Plus, they got all the dope food, premium tequila shots anytime for $5.50. They got lunch specials 10 to 3, happy hour 3 to 8. That's 6 hours. No, that's 5 hours. That's 5 hours of strong drinking right there. Huh? I think the 6th hour is the one that sends you over. So make sure you just do 5. 3 to 8, though, every single day. Check it out. Experience real Mexican cuisine along with some great sports at Los Cabos again, right there at Summer and Graham. Los Cabos, where the flavors of Mexico melt in your mouth. You ready to do the rankings, homie?
We can, but we have a date at Los Cabos. You told me you were going to take me, so.
Man, I know. It'll be, hey, don't be telling anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's just me and you, buddy. It's very simple here right now. If you look at the National Football League, you would sit there and say, well, John, ranking the top 5 teams probably is not all that hard. No, it's not hard. But we do it every single Tuesday, so we're going to continue to do it again. Easily right now, who's the number 1 team in the National Football League? Who do you think? Who do you think, D?
After last night, I'm going nope, I'm going to go Pittsburgh on your account.
Damn, Pittsburgh just lost, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, number 1 for me. How can we not do it? 9-1 on the season. 10-1 on the season. I'm sorry. The Detroit Lions. Detroit, by the way.
Just always forget about
If
them.
you did not know, not only are they number 1, the best record in all of sports, they have the largest point differential. They have scored 360 points this year and only given up 183. That's the differential of 177 points. Nobody has a point differential of over plus 100 except for the Buffalo Bills, who are at 106.
Wow.
They're at 177. They're at 106. The second best point differential after the Detroit Lions is the Buffalo Bills, and then the Philadelphia Eagles, who are at 97. Interesting. Speaking of those 3 teams right now, number 1 team, I have Detroit Lions, best offense in football.
Super impressive, especially without Hutchinson. How many games he's been out? 3 now?
Man, they don't even need that.
Don't even need him, right?
They dropped the Colts like a bad habit. They smoked the Jaguars 52-6. They beat the Texans on the road. They took care of the Green Bay Packers on the road. They beat the Vikings. Gave them their second loss of the season earlier. Dropped the Seahawks and the Cardinals, who were out there fighting in the NFC West. Crazy. The only person that's beaten the Detroit Lions this year. Do you know the only person that's been able to beat the Detroit Lions? That would be one Baker Mayfield. The Bucs, week 2. That's the last time they lost. Since then, dominant. Now, they have a little bit of a, not tough, but they got left on their schedule. The Bears, who are playing better but still find a way to shoot themselves in the face to lose a football game. Matt Eberflus is terrible. They have the Packers, who are playing damn good football. They scare me when it comes to, the postseason. Jordan Love can be that guy. When he's not turning the football over, he's filthy. Then they have the Buffalo Bills. 49ers on the road, and they close the season out with the Vikings. I think they are going to win the NFC, number one overall. And if they don't, it's going to be the third best team in the league. And I'll tell you that in a minute. And after Detroit, I got to put them at number one. And by the way, just like true Lions, the Tigers do feast on the weak. You know what I mean?
You are in love with these Lions right now.
Man, they feast on weak foes just like Lions do.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Man, I'm crowning them.
That's what you're doing, baby.
That's what I'm doing, my man. Number 2, Buffalo. Talk about having a good, like they had a bye last week.
They got to buy this week, too. They got to buy this week, too. In case you didn't know. Look at it.
What do you mean they got to buy this week?
Yeah, San Francisco's coming to Orchard Park.
Oh, I was like, no, they don't. You
Yeah, they got to buy this week, too, man.
Well, Brock Purdy's still out, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you really love him until you really can't stand him until he's out.
No, it was the injury. That was the injury. I love Brock. I don't think he's 50, 60 million. I think he's 30, 40, but, you know.
Dude, Daniel Jones got 40 million a year. He's going to get 40.
I know. But, yeah, the Bills got to buy this week. They got the lowly Niners coming into Orchard Park.
Yeah, and the Niners hadn't been looking good this year. But now the crazy thing is, man, that Bills-Lions game, December 15th.
December 15th.
Right now, that might be a preview of the Super Bowl. Because I got to say, Buffalo's the second best. Josh Allen's playing out of his mind. Their defense is better than I ever expected.
Without Milano still.
And also, that wide receiving core that everybody was much maligned. And like, how's a rookie like Keon Coleman going to lead them? I don't know if you noticed. You know they made a little trade, right?
Yeah, and they won without him. He didn't even play last game.
Dude, Amari Cooper I'm talking about.
Yeah, Amari.
Man, Amari, baby. Omari. You got Coop, Shakir, Curtis Samuel.
I like my man Mac
Dawson
Hollins.
Knox.
Hollins.
Mac Hollins. James Cook out of the backfield. You got to like the Bills. After the Bills, you're sitting there saying, by the way, John, you put a team that only has one loss in the Kansas City Chiefs below the Bills. Yes, I did. Because Kansas City, just had a 3-point win over the hapless Panthers, who are pathetic. But they have exactly one win by more than 10 points this season. That's it, just one. They aren't dominant, so they aren't number 2. Buffalo is, because Buffalo also beat Kansas City before their bye. Buffalo 2.
Something that they didn't do in the playoffs last year.
And how in the hell would we not have the Eagles at 3? Like, would we be dumb? Jalen Carter, by the way, best defensive player nobody's talking about.
From Georgia, right?
Georgia. He fell to, I think 10th pick. Would have been gone higher, except remember he was in the speeding incident that cost a life.
That was him, correct. Yeah.
And he was a little bit buck wild when he first got to the league. They reined him in, got him playing good football, living clean. And now he's mean, green, eating machine.
Another Georgia
Reggie
guy.
White.
Another Georgia guy's been doing
he's
work
good,
too.
baby.
N'Kobe Dean. He's been playing.
N'Kobe Dean playing linebacker.
The Horn Lake, South
fire. Yup.
Yep.
I like this Eagles team. I like them a lot. If you don't know, I think the MVP of the league right now is Saquon Barkley.
Over Josh.
Well, of course, it's Josh Allen.
Well, I was about to give you some options. Josh and Lamar? Saquon over
Lamar
both?
is having his best actual statistical season, but the problem is I can't give Lamar his third MVP.
It's the Jokic factor.
Until he does something in the postseason. I'm looking at Josh Allen. How can he have 3 over and Josh Allen have 0? I'm just almost looking
season,
elsewhere.
Joe.
I hear you, but damn, Lamar's got 2 MVPs and ain't got done jack in the postseason. Not a damn thing. So, yes, after you win 2 MVPs, I ain't giving you 3. I won't give you your third, just holding you back from what I saw in the postseason from your previous years, and that is absolute crappy football.
John, they did the same thing in the NBA to this guy named Joel Embiid. Look how that aged. It didn't. Jokic should have won 3 in a row. That's my point.
Yeah, but I don't know if you know this. Jokic won titles.
Yeah, I knew you were going to hit back with that. You always got an answer.
Man, Jokic got titles. But the thing is, I love me some Lamar. Don't get me wrong. But back to the Eagles and just basically Saquon Barkley doing what he's doing. Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind. Meth Aaron Rodgers, Nick Sirianni's not shooting him as a coach. Did you look at him, his like post? Does he not look like Aaron Rodgers who has a drug problem?
That's what you call meth, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, like he looks like Aaron Rodgers instead of ayahuasca, when like he's been doing meth. Like he has like the scabs where he looks like he's been picking his face. Look, pull it up, man. Nick Sirianni, his eyes are so bloodshot. Like, damn. And I mean, I'm talking about like.
Is it worse than that Jets coach that was there, like the eyeballs? What was
dude,
it? Adam
yes.
Gase? Was it
Adam Gase? It's crazy, but Nick Sirianni's doing a good job. That defense has been much better. And how can you, like, Philadelphia can run it, they can throw it. If they're 4th and 1, they're going to get the first down. They're dominant on both sides of the football. I got the Phillies. Phillies at number 3. Could I now? You got to think to yourself, oh well, John, this is where you put Kansas City, right? No, man. Yes, they're 10-1. Yes, they're the defending champs. Yes, they are. But if they don't start playing better, all these close wins, I mean, everything evens out. You can't keep winning. I mean, they beat the Panthers by 3 damn points. They gave up 27 points to Carolina. Man, they still got the Steelers, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Texans. And then they play the Raiders next week. They're going to slip. If they keep slipping, they're going to slip. You don't want to go through Kansas City. But I got to feel that they're going to lose 1-2 more games the way they're playing. Do you trust them in the playoffs? Yes, you do, because it's Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. But right now, looking at my crystal ball, I don't think they're the 4th best team. I can't believe I'm going to say it.
You're using the eye test. Good job.
4th best team. Watched them play last night. I'm back on the Ravens train.
As you should be. I've never gotten off.
Because their damn defense is not very good. They played a lot better last night. But their defense has scared me all season long. All season long. But they looked a lot better against the Chargers last night. Chargers kind of shot themselves in the foot, but it was Marvelous. It was Derrick Henry.
Bateman, too, with that moon rainbow ball he called.
Zay Flowers. By the way, that one, if you're going to commit a pass interference call.
Make sure he doesn't catch the damn ball.
Don't you want to make sure you pass interfere enough where he doesn't catch the damn ball?
I knew you were going there.
Are you kidding me?
Weakest pass interference call you've ever seen.
And he was in great position. He just couldn't turn and find the ball, and then all of a sudden he's like, Wah! That was terrible. And he dropped that junt right in, bing, bang, boom, touchdown. The thing that's so crazy, though, with 24 seconds left in the clock, why is it, like, this is also something that's going to really piss me off. And I'm being dead serious. It's like certain things that coaches do drive me absolutely crazy. So Baltimore scores a miracle touchdown. One where they went for it on 4th and down on their own, 19-yard line on the other side. Move down the field. You think they're going to go try to get a field goal. Instead, they score the touchdown on the miracle throw. Terrible defense by Chargers. Pass interference. Still let them catch it. Just did dumb. But with 24 seconds left in the clock, why are you kicking the ball out of the back of the end zone and giving the Chargers the ball at the 30-yard line? One, it doesn't take any time off the clock. And if you're thinking about, well, we don't want him to get a kick return, there's been one kick return for a touchdown all season. Like this new close little area kick BS that they do in the National Football League. You ain't popping it. Float it up in the air. Have him catch it on the 1. Bring it out. Maybe he gets stopped inside the 20. Maybe he gets out to the 25. But damn it, if he gets to the 30, he's at least eating 6 or 7 seconds. And guess what? That means Dicker the kicker can't punch one through because you gave it to the Chargers at the 30-yard line. That means Dicker the kicker only needs you to get 25 yards, 24 seconds, and you got a timeout. And guess what? That's exactly what the Chargers did. And Dicker the kicker, who's made 63 of 64 field goals inside of 50, is also hitting 75% of them up to 61 yards. The dude doesn't miss. Bam! They give him a 52-yard field goal? Dude busted through like it was nothing. Because again, John Harbaugh is a great coach, but John, How do you not? You are a special. You got in the National Football League and became a head coach as a special team coach. Yet you had me screaming at the television because I had the Ravens, and I'm like, why are you giving them 3 points? The minute I even said it, I said, dude, if they kick it out of bounds, he's an idiot. He's not. He's a special teams coach. He's going to make sure that they don't give the ball on the 30. So Justin Herbert. I mean, you only have to get 20 yards for Dicker the kicker to give it at least a go. I mean, you get to the 50. That dude is, I mean, he was hitting 65-yarders before the game. The dude is ridiculous. Thunderleg.
Yeah, Thunderleg. There's only one reason you do that. I got an answer.
Hey, my
for
name
you.
is Dicker the kicker, and if you think my right leg is my strongest leg, you have not met my third. Ha, 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 ha. I'm Dicker the kicker.
As he says that to Justin Tucker.
Damn, dude. I still can't believe that John Harbaugh doesn't realize, hey, if we kick it out and he catches it, tick, 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 and you might even get him before the 30. More than likely, you're going to get him inside the 25, and again, you're going to at least eat 5 seconds.
I think he did realize it, John.
And he just did. He said, I don't care. I'm just going to give up 3 points here because that's just the way they do it.
Nope. He threw his little brother a bone.
Man.
I think he threw his little brother a bone, man.
I do have to say, I thought
He beat him in the Super Bowl. I think he threw his little brother a bone.
And then, you know what? He beat him again.
And he beat him again. I think that's what he did. Sometimes you can play mind games sometimes, John. And that, you do quirky stuff. It's like, that's not just another coach on the other side. That's my little brother. I'm going to give you a shot.
What did he say last night during the did you hear Jim Harbaugh when he was being interviewed? He said, I love my brother. I would die for my brother. But I'd never let him win a football game. Well, damn it, you're not letting him win him. He's just taking him from you because he's better.
Yeah, that's the little brother telling the big brother. That's the little brother speech. I'm pretty sure you've heard that before.
I'm sure little brother, though, man, John Harbaugh, has got to feel good to have that Super Bowl over him. Because, he didn't play quarterback in the NFL like his brother did.
Yeah, the lights went out and, something happened. A lot of these stories end up hurting the 49ers, man. Can we change the subject?
Oh, yeah, sorry about your 49ers.
The lights went off in New Orleans, you recall?
Yes, they did.
We were winning, you recall?
Yes, I do.
Lights came back on, we lost.
Yep, that's the truth, baby.
Story of my life.
That was Kaepernick.
That was Kaepernick,
and the other side, was it Dilfer?
I believe so. Let me look that up. I forget who the other quarterback was. There was Dilfer.
I think it was Dilfer. The Dilfer. The Dilfer. Damn, that feels so long ago, doesn't it? And now you look around the league, quarterbacks being crazy good. Lamar Jackson was marvelous last night. Again, you look at his numbers, you're not you just don't see any turnovers, 177 yards, 2 touchdown passes. I mean, just extending plays. Scored that touchdown, that first touchdown with his legs. They got a penalty.
No,
they had first and goal from the 5, and then they get a stupid penalty lining up offsides. By the way, Bill Belichick knew it before the play happened. If you were watching the Manning,
oh yeah, I love that Manning
cast.
cast. Oh yeah,
I like it with certain people. I like it with
love
Bill.
it with Bill.
Certain people though, I can't watch it, and they get.
It was actually pretty good yesterday.
Yeah,
the Wilson brothers, I totally forgot they were brothers. And I love Owen and Luke. I love Owen. Luke is there. I love Owen. Owen's my guy.
Luke has got the worst commercials. I want to.
Yeah,
punch
Luke is there, but Owen is funny.
Owen's the one though that's like blonde hair in all the stupid funny movies with the bad nose.
And both of them together worth $160 million.
For real?
The Owen brothers, man. Yeah, the Wilson brothers, rather. Yeah. But back to that Niners Super Bowl with the Ravens. We were very disrespectful hollering Trent Dilfer. How about Super Bowl winning quarterback Joe Flacco was the quarterback?
Oh, I meant Joe. Damn it.
And both of us, yeah.
Dilfer was with Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joe.
That was Flacco's
How do I
deal.
forget about you, Joe? And by the way, that run, if you don't remember, the Ravens were the wild card team, went on the road and won every single game. Remember they went to Denver and beat Denver after they had the lead? Champ Bailey, that's where Joe Flacco threw the ball down the sideline. Only 7 seconds left to go. How do you let Champ Bailey, Hall of Fame cornerback, lets my man get by him and scores a touchdown? And then the Ravens went on and dominated, and bing, bang, boom, they got that dub. Man, who was it Baltimore beat then when they had Trent Dilfer's sorry ass at quarterback?
In the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's see.
We'll find out during the break, but on the other side, let me tell you what else we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of Hardenwood because it feels so good. We got to make some bets today. We got wall-to-wall basketball. Tigers, 5 o'clock. They play Michigan State. Come on, Tigers. Kick that ass. Just dropped Dan Hurley and UConn, number 2 team in the land. time to take care of Izzo because I want a little bit of Bruce Pearl. They got to get by North Carolina, though, tonight. Man, a lot of great basketball. Maui Invitation is in full swing. We're back in Two Shake. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
Indulge yourself or your loved ones this season with a trip to Sissy's Log Cabin during Sales Tax Paid Weekend, November 29th through December 2nd. Shop in store to save on our expansive selection of designer brands, one-of-a-kind jewelry, and spectacular statement pieces, all while enjoying the Sissy's promise of unmatched quality, service, and brilliant natural diamonds. Stop by any location to find your trusted jeweler for holiday memories that will last a lifetime. Only at Sissy's Log Cabin.
Oh, I got him on the line. Jason, the main man marshal at Gossett Volkswagen on the pipe. What's going on over there?
Hey, Randy, what's going on here is the Sign Then Drive sales event. That means 0 down payment, 0 security deposit, 0 first month lease payment, and 0 due at signing.
Hang on, 0 down payment, 0 security deposit, 0 first month lease payment, and 0 due at signing?
That's right, Randy. And the 2024 Town says 0 down at $337 a month, plus $5,000 off 2024 Peak Edition, and 0.9 for 60 months on 2024 Atlas and Cross Sports.
Wow, $5,000 off 2024 Peak Editions and 0.9% for 60 months on 2024 Atlas and Cross Sports.
And remember, at Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, no reasonable offer will be refused.
That's Gossett Volkswagen, 1875 Covington Pike, or online at GossettVWMemphis.com.
Where we're charging for it and charging less every day.
Getaway Sports Bar. Best kept secret in town. Open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garden creators, SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Come up on 6 pool tables. Kansas Beer and Taylor. You'll still get you some more ball. Chicken tenders. Daily happy hour running through Friday to 6 p.m. on Mega 625 Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
Price does not include licensing costs, registration fees, taxes, and dealer doc fee of $899.50, which are to be paid by the consumer. Silverado RG 355,553, MSRP 57,330, dealer discount 4,002. Sierra RZ 325,360, MSRP 54,330, dealer discount 4,000, expires 12/2/24.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
In the first place, to go under.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour.
There's a reason I love you.
I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Can't turn my girl off.
Yeah, because I can hear your phone.
Taylor Mathis, if you don't know, if you want to get some really good sports information, if you haven't heard Walking Bets, which is also sponsored by DraftKings, it is beautiful Taylor Mathis, and she walks, and she gives you gambling advice and tells you what to bet on for the day. Every day she does this. And she walks, and the reason she walks is because she holds the phone in front of her, and she bounces. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a little pep in your step. This girl is bouncing. Check out Walking Bets on the TikTok, Taylor Mathis. If you want to know what we were doing during the break, Darian was looking
were
for
crowning her.
Darian was looking for who did the Baltimore Ravens beat when Trent Dilfer was the quarterback, and he's like, I think the Giants, and I was like, Kerry Collins led Giants, going way back,
and you were correct,
and I was correct. Now, what was I doing during the break? I was looking at Walking Bets and the Batistas and Paige Springett, going, man, like, who would you pick? So I was doing a lot of research during the break just for y'all. I do want to remind you, if you want to look good, you know, when you look good, you do feel good. You know, this Thanksgiving, you're going to go see a bunch of family and some friends. You want to look good, man. Go down to Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. Don't forget you got the Egg Bowl this weekend down in Oxford. You know you want to be looking good for the Egg Bowl. 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Largest boot showroom on planet Earth. They got all them white boots that them girls be wearing. They have Western boots, work boots, cowboy boots, dress boots. Hey, dude shoes. Hey, dude. They got it all. They also have more jeans than you can shake a stick at. They got everything from Ariat to Wrangler and everything in between. I do think it's my jeans that are on my butt right now are BKE. They have them there, too. I don't know if you know this. I don't buy my own clothes. I don't dress myself. I mean, I actually put them on my body, but like I'm colorblind. Chas is kind of bougie. She's like, I want you to match. I used to just buy everything black and gray. Wear a Sports 56 shirt. Now I'm looking good at Frontier Western Store like every day. Head on down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Or you can shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. Let's go to Hardinwood.
This is Access Hardinwood.
Yo, 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 yo. You know fights are still, man, Walking Bets. Taylor Mathis, you are my favorite. And now back to
regularly scheduled program.
I've got to take this off of my screen. It's off the screen. All right, now back into what I was doing. So I love doing a little hardwood because we talk about some loose sports and pop culture, entertainment, or whatever I find interesting. Do you know? I did not know who this guy is. Dude name's Paul Benesetti. He's an ex-NHL player. Okay, he's also a TNT hockey analyst currently right now. He does a podcast as well as everybody does one. And my man, again, a former Arizona Coyote player, my man Paul was at a bar on Saturday night. Biz Nasty is the name of the bar, Biz Nasty. Not bad. He said he had to stomp 6 people, and he did. So how did it all go down? He said, well, he went on his podcast. After he got out of the hospital, he did go to the hospital to get checked. He said there was a little bit of a ruckus going on at the bar. It was a bunch of drunk golfers. Things obviously continued to escalate. They had one guy, they asked him to leave. A manager asked him to leave because he was screaming and yelling and cussing. And the guy got in the manager's face. He put his hands on him multiple times. So Paul gets up and he walks over and he just says to the guy, hey, if you continue to harass and assault the staff here, me and you are going to have problems.
Furniture moving. Guess
what happened? His buddies, the 5 other dudes, all chuckled and laughed. And they were like, ha, 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 ha. That's when my man pulled out his beatdown stick. Bro went to town on 6 dudes.
On his buddies?
He fought the dude. No, he was by himself. He was at a bar. He goes into a bar. There's 6 drunk golfers who've been playing golf all day, so inebriated that they're talking trash to everybody. The manager asked them to leave. When he asked them to leave, one of the guys jumped up and got in his face and pushed him and started poking in his chest. And Paul walks over there after watching this. He said going for 45 seconds to almost a minute. And he said, I couldn't take having this little guy because, he's probably like, some 20 little 4-year-old dude managing a little bar. And
little
like you got
card on his hip.
Little 6 drunk ass golfers talking trash. And when Paul walked over there and told the guy to get out of the person's face, like, hey, he said, if you're gonna assault the staff and continue to, completely be belligerent idiots and not leave, then we're gonna have problems. And that's when Paul stepped in and went to war with 6 people. And I'm talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, 6 dudes. He went all the way from inside, out the door, into the CVS parking lot. My man did say he got stomped like 3 times, but didn't get knocked out. But by the time it was all over, my man had all 6 dudes down on the ground going to the hospital. Dude, hockey players are tough. I'm never going to say my favorite. I used to always say my favorite hockey player is Tanya Harding. Yeah, you know, like the woman, like the ice skater who beat up Nancy Kerrigan, like kind of as a joke. You know, figure skaters, like hockey players are glorified
John,
figure skaters.
that was back in our day.
That was back when, like, look, I can't skate, man. Those dudes are bad at the moment. But I didn't know. I don't want to fight them either. Because remember, in the NFL, you can't fight. Major League Baseball, you cannot fight.
Hockey, you can
NBA,
get down.
you cannot fight. In the hockey, you can get down, bro.
Down. And they stand there and watch it.
They throw hands back and forth and hold each other up so they don't fall down and just exchange blows to the face. So this dude taking 6 dudes on wasn't jack.
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dude, how would you feel if you got if you and like 5 of your buddies and like maybe y'all play every single Monday, whatever, every like once a week. Next time y'all get together, what are y'all gonna be like? Damn, man, that one dude kicked all 6 of our asses, man.
No, you have the man moment and just don't go there and get drunk and act belligerent somewhere else.
Dude, I thought that was just that was wild. This isn't wild, by the way. You know, remember Tyreek Hill when he got in a little bit of that little traffic citation
when they threw him all down on the concrete or whatnot?
Now he was being an asshole. I mean, he was being an asshole. Like, it's really simple. Like, the dude was like, roll down the window. He's like, screw you, rolled it up. The dude was like, open the window. He's like flipping him off and stuff and like cussing him out. Like you don't have to be a jerk. Now, he did get pulled out of his damn car. Like, I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie.
I just had surgery.
Yeah. And well, they went to a court today, and guess what? Shocking.
Threw it out.
It's been dismissed.
Yep. I mean, hell, John, it was 50 feet away from the stadium. Of course it was going to get dismissed.
It was 50 feet from the stadium. Why did he get pulled over? Was he speeding? Or
yeah, you know, when you're coming through that area, there's patrons, and they have speed limits. You know,
and he was rolling.
He was probably, you know, of course, that was his response or his answer. I'm trying to get to the field.
Game.
Yeah, he was speeding. He's probably doing 50.
I mean, dude, you know, like when Scotty Scheffler, like remember when that dude, he was the golfer guy who's really good at golf? He's actually good at it. I think really good.
I pulled over, was it 5:36 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, man, and that dude jumped on his car and everything.
Loved his job.
That was crazy. But yeah, it has been dismissed. No shock there. And then what was that crazy thing I needed to tell y'all? Oh, this is nuts, man. So do you remember I was telling you about like the T? If you don't know what a T is, they're a transgender person.
Uh-huh.
You know, I told you that the Mountain West Conference for San Jose State, they have a dude who plays on the basketball team, on a girls' basketball team. Like, he's got, like, the equipment and everything. You know what I'm saying? Full-grown man, college, playing volleyball. 10 of the teams filed suit to have him basically removed. And not only just the teams, the captain of the San Jose State team, like where dude plays, the captain of the team, was also part of the lawsuit. Well, the judge denied a series of motions that were filed and says that dude can play.
And this is in California?
This is the Mountain West. This is out there, but it has nothing to do with just basically being left coast.
Yeah.
It all has to do with what Joe Biden did. So do you remember Title IX was created, I don't know if you know this, in 1972, it was a federal law providing equal opportunity for women sports. Because back in the day, men got to play all the sports. They didn't have anything for the women. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Title IX was created. Well, Biden's team changed. So the law used to say, provided equal opportunity for women and altered the language from sex to gender identity. So when they took out sex and then put in gender identity, as the judge came out and said, by law, I have to, because now Title IX must include the protection of transgender identifying folks, because, again, they changed the language to the original law in 1972, and now you got dudes playing in women's sports. I don't know, man. That's just soft.
Correct.
Like, this ain't the political thing. This is like common sense, bro. I don't know if you know. Like, have you watched the Olympics ever? Like, these are, like, you can look at numbers. Does Flo run with Usain Bolt?
Nope.
Nope.
And then I love the other stat you gave. What was the swimming stat? The guy went from
Oh my God! The
160.
guy, he was 568th ranked
in jumps.
Swimmer in NCAA. He was a man for 3 years. That's now Leah Thomas. Transitioned, and in 1 year went from the 568th best NCAA swimmer to number one, and broke the NCAA record. Not by like a few seconds, shattered it.
I wonder how.
Shattered it because he's 6'2" and he's got flippers for feet. Do you ever remember Barney Rubble and Betty Rubble? Did you see how big Barney's feet are and little bitty Betty's are small? They got little feet, man. Come on now. Simple things.
Barney and Betty Rubble.
You know what I'm saying, man? Look at the little ankles on Betty and look at Barney's big old fat ankles and feet. I guess that's not the best.
Little yabba dabba doo, actually.
Little yabba dabba doo. Now, this also scares the hell out of me. So I woke up this morning and do my normal little morning routine. And then I sit down. And you know how, like, you have the little notification things like that pop up? One popped up, and it says, FEMA is issuing an emergency warning. And I'm saying to myself, damn, FEMA? It's a Federal Emergency Management Agency. Like, what the hell are they issuing? Guess what was issued this morning?
Contraceptives.
A nuclear attack survival guide.
Oh. Oh.
Is 15 minutes enough to save yourself? Of course, I read the whole damn thing and wanted to cry and, like, vomit. Like, bro, why are you sending this out right now, homie? Like, what's going down, dog? I know we got some issues in Ukraine and Russia, some issues with the Middle East, China, and, like, wants to take over Taiwan. Don't be telling.
I think they're telling you.
Don't be issuing me out nuclear. Like, if there is a nuclear bomb, here's what to do. Some of the things it says to do. So, in case of a nuclear explosion, it can cause significant damage and casualty from the blast, the heat, and the radiation. If you survive the initial blast, make sure you keep you and your family inside. If there is a basement or cellar, go inside. Stay at least 24 hours unless notified, because if you survive the initial blast, the radiation fallout is what will kill you in the next 24 hours. So stay inside.
Hey, it sounds like pretty swell.
Yeah, I survived the initial fallout and the die. Thanks, man. As long as you're not in the blast zone, like FEMA.
Then you're ready for the world ending. You know?
Dude, FEMA. I'm trying to get ready for Thanksgiving and watch the Tigers, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If there's a damn nuclear bomb, please don't, like, even give me a warning. Like, I want to be right. Yeah, I want to be, like, you know, just chilling, drinking my Tito's, sports, and then, bam, I don't even know it. Like, I don't want to hear like, alarms go off. I don't want to have a moment of panic. I got anxiety. I had to eat a Xanax this morning just because I read that.
Are you now headed to the stores to buy you and Chaz and the daughter hazmat suits?
No.
No hazmat suits for you?
No, I ain't a prepper now.
Okay.
I wish I was. I know some.
Get you a hazmat suit.
Here's the thing is, I got lots of friends. I know, like, which one's, like, crib to go to and which one's not to.
You got those basement cellar deals? Like,
yeah, man. Yeah. I know a couple people's cribs. But thing is, man, you got to stay inside.
Oh, yeah. I would think the radiation would get you. You know, got to get out there, right?
Well, I hope the Tigers get Michigan State. That's at 5 o'clock. What are we betting on? I'm going to tell you on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Simple, smooth, and every sip is easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does your favorite mixers. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent out to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff, just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
All 650 acquisition fee, K4LXS, SEO 29100, MSRP 24230, Telluride RG 529 196, MSRP 41730, K5 S53 23133, MSRP 28330. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 12/2/24.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's time to get ready for a season of new traditions at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Randy, my new tradition is saving my customers big bucks. I've got a 2025 Kia K4 LXS at $199 a month. That's less than $7 a day for a new ride. A 2024 K5 now $269 a month. Both $34.99 due at signing and a 24-month lease. And a 2025 Telluride, that spacious 8-seater SUV with high towing capacity and all-terrain tires, $348 per month. $39.99 due at signing.
Plus all new EV9, 0% for 72 months. And every Kia comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Designer settings.
Hungry for that delicious smash burger flavor? Dyer's Cafe is the original smash burger since 1912 and still smashing burgers in Collier's historic town square. Come out for their lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Ask about their world-famous split dog and authentic Chicago or New York dog. Try the leaner side of Dyer's with a grilled chicken sandwich or freshly made salad. Also serving lakes, Delta-raised catfish, Pasquale's tamales, and a customer favorite hand-breaded onion rings. Dyer's, serving world-famous burgers, dogs, and shakes in Collier's historic town square.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I am fired up. It is Two-Stepping Tuesday. That means Tito's. Tito's handmade vodka. USA vodka. 100% gluten-free. Best price point, period. And it's a 4-time gold medal winner for Vodka Tonic of the Year. It is Thanksgiving. Make sure that you give thanks to your family, your friends, and your loved ones. Make sure you get them the best. Get them Tito's handmade vodka. What we betting on? Man, that's simple, bro. Simple. You know who we betting on tonight?
Oh, who you got? Penn.
Penn. I'm betting on Penn. Hey, Penn. Let me tell you something, Penn. I believe in danger. Musa Cisse down low battling with Izzo's boys. And I think the guards, all the way from Hunter, Haggerty, Rogers, PJ.
Sounds like a law firm, Hunter, Haggerty, and Rogers.
Dude, it really does, actually. I actually like that. Thank you. the law firm of Hunter, Haggerty, and Rogers. They took care of business yesterday in overtime against UConn. Yes, there were a few things that were scary. I will say also, though, at 2:30 today, UConn's a 14.5-point favorite. Colorado, to me, does not look like a good basketball team. UConn might go out there and mollywop Colorado. Like the Buffs may go back to Colorado blistered from their behind from just taking a spanking in every damn game in this tournament. They look like the softest, the most flaccid team out there. I'm rocking and rolling. Not only that, though, man, did you know that Alabama and Houston play?
Ooh.
Yep. They're out in Las Vegas, the MGM Grand Arena.
H-Town, baby.
I
didn't care what the line is, H-Town.
I like Nate Oates and them boys, but Houston, they're 4.5-point favorite for a reason.
I'm giving it.
Got to lay it if you want to play it. And I'm also going to take the Auburn Tigers tonight against North Carolina because I want tomorrow Memphis Tigers against Bruce Pearl and them Auburn Tigers. Dude, can you imagine tomorrow this time, man? We'd be thinking about Maui Championship.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Go Tigers, go. Haggerty, Hunter, and Rogers. Danger. I think they get it done, man. Go Penn, get that dub. And I hope everybody out there has a wonderful day. For Darian Newsom, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make that world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.